Every putt has an optimum speed, and from every distance it starts at a different speed so that it can roll at its optimum speed when it gets to the hole. If this is the hole, if it's dying, it's very susceptible to footprints and spike marks in vagaries of the green as it approaches, and not as many balls hit the hole. They'll all fall in if they hit it, but so many of them just turn or they miss by a little bit. If you roll them a little faster, they start going in and you start making more putts. Now pretty soon you start seeing them lip out. You're rolling them too fast. So the optimum speed to hit the most putts that hit and stay in the hole is a speed that rolls 17 inches by if it misses. It's just not true that putters are born. I've seen many kids that are fairly good putters become terrible putters. I've seen many kids that can't putt at all become very, very fine putters. Fundamental problem is feedback. On a tee, if you make a great drive swing, you see a great drive. If you make a terrible drive swing, you see a terrible drive. Okay, putting, sometimes if you make a perfect stroke, it doesn't go in the hole. Sometimes if you misread it and you mishit it and you've got a bad stroke, it goes right in the hole. And you think, I've got it. It's a case. Putting is the easiest stroke in golf to learn. It's the easiest to do, to execute. It's the most difficult to learn because the feedback is terrible. One is Phil Mickelson. He's the best player I've ever worked with. And he's become a very dear friend. This is my 9th year coaching Phil. And one of the things that happened when we first started working, he called me and asked if I could help him improve his game 1/4 of a shot per round in majors. He was 0-43. He'd never won a major when we started working. And I said, well, I don't think until you hold all of your pitch shots and chip shots and make all your first putts, only then can you not improve. So there's plenty of room for improvement. If we just get an occasional improvement here or there in your game, we'll have 1/4 of a shot around. And he said that because he had, in 43 majors, he had lost by 1 shot 6 times. He had missed the playoff. And he said to me, if you give me a shot per tournament improvement, I'll get into 6 playoffs. I'll win some of those. So it'll get me over the hump of not being able to win a major. So we worked, and I found he was incredibly talented. He had a wonderful short game. But I did find a weakness. I found that if I would put Phil's ball behind a tree, he would hit it over the tree. If I put it behind a tree, he'd hit it around it. If I put it buried in the sand, he would get it like this to the pin. He was fabulous. If I put the ball in the center of the fairway, 10 yards short of the green, and the pin is on by 10 yards, no problem. He was very ordinary. I mean, he wasn't bad. He didn't chunk it or chili dip it. But he would knock it like this, and because he wouldn't engage. He wouldn't mentally get the picture of the ball going in the hole. So the first change I ever made with Phil, I remember it was very dramatic. I said, the easier the shot, the harder you must try to make it. Now, today, when he's around the greens, he visualizes making every shot. He's not trying to get it close, he's trying to make it. And he makes a lot of them. You'd be surprised at how often he misses a green and birdies the hole.